Yeah. But we're going to fix that. So anyway, here's the whole idea. The idea is that we need to help and refocus our people on reality. And with Allah's help, that's what we're going to do. It's got to be the right thing, because I done got phone calls already this morning trying to get me to go somewhere else. Yeah, the people, boss man is on, look, boss man ain't wasting no time. But boss man is finished. Boss man, talking about bite the dust, boss man and bit the dust. Boss man in so much chaos and buffoonery, either laughing stock, people are praying for him. Other Europeans are saying, boss man, please get yourself together. You know, like you have a son or a daughter that get a dope habit or they go crazy, and you praying for them, please. Oh, Lord, help this child. That's what they praying. The Europeans, everybody, they praying for boss man. They're saying, boss man, you got to tighten it up. But anyway, the whole series of events, the whole series of what we call modern reality has put it for this point. Like if, say, we've been waiting for a sign. That don't mean we just sitting around waiting for a sign, flipping coins up. No. But what is it specifically that we're going to do? Who's the target? Right? Okay, for us at this time, there's all gain and no loss. If we don't get anything from it, we don't lose nothing. And it's an opportunity to reach our youth. With that as a basis leading to Islam. So if we help this way without saying it's Islamic friendly. You see what I mean? But we're going to the people because they're the ones, they're the target, and they don't know, they think, oh, something happens to black people all the time, police don't like it. It's 50 times deeper than that. Remember all the 300 new FBI agents when they brought down the Soviet Union? Who's the next in line? Black gangs. Can you imagine? You got to think about that. Black people, Russia, big bad Soviet Union, the Bolsheviks are number one in the world with all of their super energy and atomic 100 megaton, but they're pretty bad. And the Negro is number two. Wait, hold it. And they don't know it, tell the truth. They think there's some oppression here, the police, the bad police, not the good police. There are so many good police, it's just a shame. I don't find them, but they seem to think they're there. And these good police be shooting the Negro down. You know, this is worse than in slavery time. The police was set up to capture slaves, but not to shoot them. Even up until our time, we could fight physically with the police. There was no, they didn't, down in Dixie, they might shoot a few Negroes here and there. But they just lynched people mostly. Or they put you in the system to work you to death on them chain gangs. You know what I mean? But if they shot you, they gonna put on the chain gang, right? And they cut off their money because they gonna get 50 cents a day. They gonna give a quarter to the county, the sheriff, of course, and the Negro ain't gonna get nothing. He ain't gonna get a nickel or nothing out of it. He's just gonna work on them. Can you imagine you're chained, and getting worked to death and don't get nothing for it? Okay. Oh no, you didn't do nothing. You got picked up, you're going to jail, buddy. And they got no reason. They need workers. They need hands. Yeah, they need hands, so you're going to jail. Well, what did I do? You just had a bottle of a little bit of wine. I just can't have wine. You know, we got to keep society safe. And drugs, cocaine makes Negroes fiend over white women. These people are so silly. Man, the way they look, if we don't see, you got to look at it like this. Who's making a comprehensive picture that's digestible for the people? Nobody. We have to put all of that. It's simple, but nobody's going to put it to our students. If they're going to the university or to a college or even a junior college, they upward mobile, they want to be something, and they know they're starting somewhere. Okay, so this is our first target. And we're going to hit the north, the south. After Texas, we'll skip over all the way to California. And we'll do what we can. Because out there's concentrations of blacks that still go to, they don't call them BSUs out there or whatever they call them. But there's concentrated of black and Latino. So in California, we're going to mix this up. Then we'll roll a few words out in Spanish, and they say, oh, this boy been around. And I'll ask everybody what town they from, whatever, and I know their town. You from where? Oh, man, they'll be shocked. And we'll help unify this dynamic population in America. Now, the old group, our group is getting old and going to the happy hunting ground, but that whole young group, right, they are arriving now. They're arriving, and we're gonna associate our efforts with them. Also, what that does is it breaks the grip of whatever boss man wanted to do, we can do it. Now, in the meantime, as number 3 on our list, we're going to attack the courts, and we're going to get, what our money is. In fact, they're hinting at it, all the time now. Come get your money, So they do something all the time to try to get me to run back there, to Oakland. Why? Because we know what we're in, but we know they're impatient. They're not built for I don't care whether it's business, what they got to get their results right away. They got to get their results right away. They can't do like China. China and this Belt and Road, they'll get it back way back when. China is 4,000 years old as a functional civilization, right? So they got patience. Everything they do is patience orientated, I asked the Chinaman down there where we used to get us, I said, how do you say patience in Chinese? He said, you wouldn't understand it. I said, give it a try. He said, well, there's a dagger over your head. And he said, that's what patience is. So, do you get it? I said, I get something. But you got to take it easy. You got a dagger over your head. You know what I mean? If you make the wrong moves, you're in trouble. I know that much. Right? And so you got a lot of figuring to do. Anyway, I believe that this is where all of this was leading to. All of what we've been doing, all of this period, it's been leading to this. Because everything that, like if you look around at our property and everything, things are in a type of deterioration. But it's slow deterioration, and it don't take nothing to fix it back up. It have been maintained reasonably for all that time. You got to remember, we've been here by ourselves almost for 10 years, right? So that means that we're not doing too bad. If anybody else would have been by themselves, for the fact, nobody else not only they don't have this much property. Okay, so we pay the taxes. Not only that, but when we get our property back in California, when we do the things that we need to do and want to do, we're going to be in pretty good shape financially. But better than financially, we got our focus on who we're going to, no matter what kind of job we do, whether it's a brilliant job or the day-to-day routine, that's what we're going to do. That's the important thing, that's what we do. Because there's a generation out there that need rescuing. And when there's generations, you have to choose. This is simple choices. Can you get the older generation? Well, they probably, where you going to get them at? Well, you got to go to the church to get them, okay. Well, where else? Well, you got the young people. Where are they at? They're at the university. They're at the colleges, right? Junior college, all of them is fine. And for them to be there, they have to have a certain, you know what I mean, behavior pattern. Just to be in college, they done missed a whole lot of traps. You know what I mean? Just imagine, just to be in college as a black person, and talk about a black male, look, they got traps it's like probably like fish hooks and stuff. You just going down the way, right? And they got this, they got that one, they got that one. And for you to come out on that end, at a university, at a college, you done missed 10,000 traps already. You don't know it, but inside of you there's some aversion for traps, you know, and it's natural. So we are going, that's, because you got to, at a certain times, you got to figure, what are you going to do specifically? Now, at one time, you could read Masjid, schools, business, geographical integrity. Okay. Then what happens? Boss man come in. Not boss man come, boss man been there all the time. Don't worry about that. Boss man is going to be on the scene. But my feeling is this, is that during this period, I think what we're doing is so honorable that I think it's going to have an effect on boss man's people. I think it's going to have an effect on it. If it do, it don't make no difference because we're going to do that anyway. Because boss man has already showed his fangs to everybody, and boss man and let everybody know that if this ship goes down, first people we throwing overboard is you, the Negro. Everybody already know that, right? He ain't letting everybody know you and your children are going for, but boss man, what about me? Hey, what about who? Right? People are, right, so I'll try to wrap up in a minute. The whole thing, the whole world is headed in our direction. It just looks like it's not, that's all. It just looks like, it looks like ain't nothing happening. It looks, people are sad. Well, there's no sense of being sad for our movement, and definitely for me. No matter blunder, bust, that stuff, that was part of the trap. That was part of the trap. All of the things that happened to us was part of the Yeah, it was part of the trick. We've been with this down with this all along. We haven't missed not one turn. Saw one of our old things from 2011, I think it was. What did it say? I think it was the 16th, 4/11/16. Protracted struggle. Y'all probably remember this side here. Protracted struggle. That's number one. That means it's long range. Protracted struggle, you know, somebody put this book, I've showed y'all this before, right downstairs. This is a wonderful book. This is the types of books I would love to read. This thing got struggled back